Hi, welcome to my channel. I want to talk about how I dealt with anger both as a girl and now as an adult. Growing up, I loved to write and I loved to draw. I wanted to make a career out of it. So in those dark moments um, when I felt like an outcast, I I turned to drawing and I turned to writing. And I want you to consider doing the same thing. Um, if you're if you're feeling down, if you're feeling frustrated, um, I I used my creativity. I think being a very introspective person has encouraged me to, in my writing, to be able to look at things from a different point of view, look at things from different perspectives, um, and to write out and to, if nothing else, to um, express what I want, various scenarios. Um, you could have a combat, you could have a death scene, you could have a real brawl. The point is that you can be able to write it out, and it doesn't have to actually happen, it doesn't have to be in real life. Um, you could write a character based on yourself, you could draw from personal experience. Just about every writer, including myself, has drawn from personal experience. I remember, I remember that Madonna movie. I was certainly drawing from my own personal experience. Um, so it's a way of creatively um, and non-physically to get to express your emotions, your frustrations, um, in writing, in some peaceful way, so that you don't get into trouble. It can just be packed away, put aside, and you can go on. So now I'm faced with frustration again. My jobs, not feeling like I have enough time. I feel like I don't even have enough time to even get another job, to switch jobs. Um, and I've been thinking about music, writing, and it's something I should have perhaps done. It's weird because I wrote poetry when I was in high school, and um, I should have perhaps gone into singing or writing music, being a performer. So my frustration isn't so much being an outcast anymore. It's more of feeling stuck in life. And at my evening job, there were days when I felt so frustrated. As the hours went on, I felt so frustrated. Ugh. I felt like those were moments when my life particularly felt like I wasn't going anywhere, that my life was stuck. Am I going to be doing this for the rest of my life? Well, that's okay, that's extreme, okay? But um but just feeling, there were moments when I felt especially stuck. What am I doing to deal with that? This past Valentine's Day, I was very proud for most of the day, until a coworker came and she said, "You need to pay attention to the customers, to the front counter." I work in retail in my second job, um, and I felt I wanted to tell her all about. I was cleaning the floor. I mentioned this in an earlier video, I'm sure. Cleaning the floor, doing all sorts of different things, but she wasn't picking up on that, and that made me go start playing a mode, start playing a role um, of working overtime, working faster, faster, faster. And it wasn't so much that I was frustrated, it was part of me telling myself that if I show overcompetency, that she would pick up on that, and it would solve the problem. Um, everyone, let me just say, everyone involved, um, you know, I don't want to say apologize. Everyone's recognized uh, that I should not have been working alone for those hours, especially on Valentine's Day. Um, so how did I deal with it? Well, that was one thing. Um, I also found that when I would be moving things over, there's part of in the final hour, there's a cleanup process before you close the department. This involves a lot of stuff, a lot of moving stuff around. Um, and I found that I was um, slamming things more often than I usually do. It's really weird because some of the things I was slamming were things that I know aren't exactly fragile, but they're in some they could crack. So, but yet I was doing it anyway. It was this inner rage, this okay, I'll call it a rage, inner rage that couldn't be channeled to another person because I'm very in my mind. I filter a lot. I'm very cautious about what I share with people. I think ahead. What are the ramifications? That's another thing. What are the ramifications if I say this, if I say that? Um, so I just had to get this visceral frustration, this visceral anger out somehow. Um, and aside from that, at the job, I do have my friends, not coworkers, but I do have my phone, and I can. A few times, I've just gone in the back room and just texted. Now they understand. Well, one of them, I texted a few times, and she understands um, that I don't really mean a lot by it. Like for one time, I said something that made her think that I was suicidal. I wasn't really suicidal. Um, I texted something like, um, if I confide what I'm thinking to you based on the past experience, she and I had as friends, that it would drive me towards something. And I didn't really mean it literally. Um, or at least she thought of suicide. I thought of further anger. It would just make things worse. It'd make me feel worse. Um, so so anyway, now she knows, and I have one good friend I can be able to text. Go in the back room where nobody's looking for a few moments, and I'm very careful to make it only last a few minutes, a few moments. I'm sorry, a few moments. Um, and I'm always thinking there might be a camera watching me, but so far nobody said anything. So in terms of my anger, my visceral anger, I just hold it in. In writing this, I found, or doing this video, I found it's something I've always had. Um, just holding it in, holding it in. I've just been very careful, and I'm not saying that to say that's the best thing to do. It's just what I've been doing. Um, and it's helped out so far. Maybe there's a better way. Um, to be honest, I haven't found any better way of dealing with my frustration right now. It may change. Hopefully it'll change. But anyway, so how do you deal with anger and frustration? Do you do what I do? Have you had similar experiences? Tell me what. Tell me, drop below in the comments. If you like this video, please like it down below, and please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks. So long.